What excites me most about being an executive in residence at the Urban College came from a quote that I saw on the website by one of your students. And she said, it's not just an institution, it's a community. It's a place where you feel loved, a place where you belong. And this student was in the class of 2019, so I got really excited when I read that. I had the honor of knowing Bob Cord, the founder of ABC and the Urban College. Bob was a giant of a man. He welcomed everyone into his office, embodying the values of inclusivity and opportunity. And when I think about education, one of the key takeaways from Black History Month is that more than 600 Black men were elected senators and House members after Reconstruction. And their first legislative action was to establish public education. As you know, before Reconstruction, public education did not exist in the South, and newly freed Black people saw education as integral to their true liberty. And they pushed for universal state-funded and compulsory public education. And today, we're the beneficiaries of all of that. The mission of Urban College really attracted me to take on this role. People of color know that knowledge is power, and education has always been the key to advancement. And Urban College opens new pathways to opportunity through individualized, supportive, and multilingual education. So that's really important to me and to the students. It prepares a diverse community of people to pursue career advancement and transform their lives. Education was my path to success, and I know that Urban College also shares this mission. Students share this belief that this will get them where they want to go. And this commitment to inclusivity and empowerment is what drew me to this role. My professional development philosophy is just real common sense. Adults learn by doing, not by being told. They observe, listen, and integrate new knowledge. And the more relevant the knowledge is, the more it sticks. It enhances their abilities to learn by doing. I also define professional development as a capacity to learn in real time, to stop old habits, start new actions, and continually enhance one's skills. And my passion lies in helping adults achieve their goals, realize their dreams, and fulfill their ambitions. I believe in creating a world that works for everyone, with no one left out. And I know that this viewpoint is core to Urban College. Not only their lives, but the vitality of their communities is changed when students graduate from the Urban College. When people ask me about my career path and accomplishments, I always say, you're looking at a blessed person. I'm curious and adventurous, and I'm always interested in new ideas and cultures and people and places. As a result, I've worked in business, government, and academics. And given my Jamaican background, most of the times I had more than one job at a time. At the core of my work is joy, to discover what lights you up and what turns you on. So we'll be talking about that in the class. And again, my mission in life is to create a world that works for everyone with no one left out. I graduated from Northeastern with a degree in English and history and earned my master's. And the first job that I had was working with Mel King at the Urban League. And I created the Adult Education Center. And from then I went on to Harvard University. And from Harvard, I had the honor of applying for the White House Fellows program, and I was one of 14 selected from a group of 7,000. And my career in business began. I've worked at General Motors, at Xerox, Vertex, and in 2001, I launched my own company. So I became an entrepreneur. I love what I do. I enjoy solving thorny problems and bringing new ideas into being. And my goal is to make a difference in business, in government, and academia. And I remain passionate about every opportunity I've had. As I said, I'm really blessed. You can find more details about my professional career on LinkedIn. As I said, I became a coach, an executive coach, and I learned a lot of core lessons. And that's what I want to share with students. The core lesson that I learned is that we only have one life. There is no such thing as a personal life and a professional life. They're intertwined, interconnected. As a person of color, my parents taught me, you keep your personal life private when interacting with the general public. And when I began my career, I followed that advice, but I quickly learned it isn't the formula for success. That is why so many professional development programs emphasize authenticity. In my class, students will have the opportunity to be their authentic selves while developing the skills to communicate why they are the right candidate for a job, for a promotion, or opportunity. If you've even spent a little time listening to the news, you know that the diversity is under attack. And some people say, is it still key to being successful at business? And I learned early on from my mentor, Dr. Deming, that innovative ideas come from the outside, from a different perspective, from diverse candidates. Look at some of the worlds, they come from the outside and have different perspectives. Look at some of the world's most successful business leaders and companies. Google, formerly led by Sundar Pichai. Pepsi, formerly led by Indra Nooyi. Leader Bank, right here in Boston, led by Sushil Tuli. And Compass Realty, led by Robert Refkin, a biracial Jewish entrepreneur and the youngest billionaire. Close to home, we have outstanding diverse leaders in our mayor and our governor. Over and over, research reveals that companies with diverse employees and leadership are more profitable, more innovative, and sustainable. There's no retreat from diversity. Boston is a majority-minority city, and by 2040, our world will be defined because of its diversity. I'm often asked, what would you tell future business leaders to help them on their road to success? And the first thing, pay attention, notice new things, celebrate our collective humanity, embrace the concept of Ubuntu, or Tikkun Olam, the Jewish concept of I'm here to repair the world. And to be successful, you need to stay relevant, and be authentic. I look forward to meeting you and having you in my class. We're gonna have a great time. Thank you so much.